Okay, so your next step, as these are drying, is to take your third piece that is 11 and 3/4, and it's gonna sit over these pieces like this. And then we'll glue this on later, but before we glue it on, we need to design the speaker. So the speaker, the sound is going to travel down through your speaker cavity here, wherever your speaker is. Then it's going to bounce around here, and we have to determine where you want it to come out. You can have it come out here, here, here. So your speaker design is up to you. Before you do it, though, I want you to lay it out and make sure it's actually going to work. For the most part, we want to make the speakers fit within this cavity here. We don't want the speaker hole to come over these middle layer pieces. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by placing your board here, and you're going to mark. So this is the center right here. So there's the center of our piece, and then you have an extra piece that's longer. And I'll tell you what we're going to do with that. But for right now, what you're going to do is you're going to flush one end out, doesn't matter which end, and you're going to transfer those marks. Now you could move this, and we're going to go here. So what I'm doing is I'm marking, if you want to mark it here, you can as well, but I'm marking the inside of this piece and the inside of this piece. The inside of this piece, which is here. The inside of this piece, which is here. And again, X, X. Now, we also know, so if we take our square now, and I bring this line down, okay, and then I bring this line down here, come over here, put my line there, okay. Now we know we have a 1/2 inch piece on the bottom, so I'm just going to put my 1/2 inch piece here, trace it, okay. And then the speaker comes down. So we have to work within this area here, this area here, and then we do have this little cavity here, which if you want to lay that out, you can. So what you can do is come here, and we know it's going to go there. I'm going to flush out the bottom here, and I'm going to put a mark there, marking where this is. So then again, I can put a straight line between these two. And this is where I can put a speaker anywhere in here. And then I can do the same thing for my top piece. I already marked where these are, so I'm going to transfer these up, making my square tight. Remember, I'm not looking for a straight line because we can draw a straight line at any angle. I want a 90-degree line, which is here and up. So I got to press this tight, line it through my crow's foot, flip it over here, make it tight through my crow's foot. Whoops, see my square moved there? Right through there. Okay, so now you'll see that these lines mark there. Again, I want to mark this 1/2 inch piece, so I'm going to just put my 1/2 inch piece here, line it up on the ends, and I'm just going to trace it in this spot. In this spot. Okay, so now I'm going to put here and here. So in these spots here is all the spaces that I can do and create my speaker. So now the design is up to you. If you're at home, you need to do you need to create straight cuts. So your straight cuts could be going at a diamond shape, or you could drill a line of little holes because you have drill bits. But you don't have the chance to do like a big oval or a circle. So those of you who are at home, you're going to choose your piece and you're going to lay it out so that these two are symmetrical. So what that means is we want to find center of this. So I'm going to go center. So my space is, I'm going to start with an inch here. So an inch to here is 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go center of that. Half of 3 1/4 is 1 inch and 7/8. So I'm going to go 1 and then 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8. That doesn't look right. It's 1 inch and 5/8, not 7/8. So then I'm going to check here. It's called burning an inch, and there's 1 inch and 5/8. So there's my center mark. So now what I could do, that's my center mark. I'm going to line these up. And I'm going to put a center line with my square going up. I'm going to get my center line here and go up. Now, how big I want my diamond, we're just going to say I'm going to do a diamond on this one. If I want to do my diamond, I need to figure out how far down I want to go. I'm going to say I'm going to go pretty far. So I'm going to go to 1 inch and 3/4 from the middle. And from this one, I'm going to go up 1 inch and 3/4. So now I know the height of this and the height of this. So now the question is how far out I want to go from my center line. So I'm going to go 1 inch and 1/4. There's 1 inch and 1/4. Inch and 1/4, and I'm going to line these up on the end and transfer that to here and here. Now I can use this as a straight edge because I'm not trying to get a particular angle. So I'm going to line my straight edge between these 2 points. There's one. Flip it over. And there's 2. So now I'm going to get my saw and I'm going to cut that. Get rid of these. And now I'm going to do the same down here. Make my straight line. Got some musical background music here. And I'm going to connect these. So again, another form of layout here that you guys are going to need to learn as you design your projects. If you want to steal this one, that's totally fine. So I don't want to glue these together until I've created this design for those of you who are at sea. So you could make this any shape you want. Now let's say you wanted to do a different design. Let's say you wanted to do a square. So again, I'm going to line these up. And I'm going to come in a 1/2 inch from these. I'm going to transfer that to this one. I'm going to come in a 1/2 inch from these. And when I say these, I'm coming in a 1/2 inch from this line and a 1/2 inch from here. Now I want to come up here, let's say 1.5 inches. I'm going to go 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. And I'm going to come down 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches. So now I'm going to use my square to draw a square line. So I'm going to go tight, draw down, slide it through my other crow's foot, and down. This one I'm going to make it tight and go up from my crow's foot. Okay, and now I'm going to use a straight edge to draw between these two. So there's one, and here's that one. So this is the bottom. So that's what a rectangle would look like. So you have different options. If you're in the shop and you want to do a circle, you're going to watch the next video. But those of you who are doing this at home and you want to do this shape, you need to do your layout first, and then we know where to start cutting. Okay?